Hey everyone, welcome to the beach with General Sunbeam.
Aloha! Glad you could join us.
Relax, soak up the sun, and enjoy.
You're exactly right about 6-time undefeated karate champion. He was good at what he did. I was just reading it. He fought a lot of the factory actresses how to use it so they could use it for themselves and also.
Exactly, because he had the unique ability of knowing how to do it on camera and then really know how to do it. So who would you want more than somebody like him to teach you how to
There were movies in which the lead was neither good nor bad. There was no one to root for. Right? So he takes that and he says, you can cheer for me.
That's exactly it.
The world has lost another legend. Chuck Norris, the man who made martial arts look effortless and became an icon of strength, has passed away at 86. He was suddenly hospitalized in Hawaii, though at first reports said he was in good spirits. Just days before, he was reportedly training and even joking around on the phone. That's why his passing comes as such a shock. It all happened so suddenly. His family shared the announcement on Instagram, writing, "It is with heavy hearts that our family shares the sudden..."
Hello, viewers, general public of the internet and social media, friends, families, people in general. At the time of this recording, which is about a few days ago, well, before I get on to it, I am General Sunbeam. And I'm sure you have seen my content. You have seen me somewhere at a public event, Comic-Con, anime convention, restaurants. You might have known me somewhere. Well, that is if you care to know me, or if you care to see me, you know, you care in general, you've seen my face, you've seen me somewhere, you're familiar with who I am, or generally you just see me somewhere. I've been around for decades, and I'm still here. I'm doing okay. You know, just living life to the fullest, being me naturally, authentically me, myself, enjoying life. You know, just following the American dream concept like every other people. You, me, this and that person. Just trying to survive, put food on the table, trying to have a family, be a father, grandfather, possibly a great-grandfather. You know, trying to understand the purpose of being here on Earth, existence. And always continuing to learn, to improve, and do the right thing. Understanding right from wrong. And yeah. So, as always, just in case, viewer discretion is advised. As I try to say this in just about every content, live stream, and any content production I make here, whether it gets uploaded on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Rumble, and if I live stream on Twitch, if it gets shown on Pinterest, if my images or my reputation gets shown on, you know, MySpace, Skype, Discord, again, Pinterest, Tumblr, any other social media, any international social media is out there, or any specific app, mobile app, social media, viewer discretion is advised. I am a generic PG-13 to an adult-based, mature content creator. I do produce PG-13 to about implied adult content that may be considered not suitable for those under the age of 18. So viewer discretion is advised, parental advisory, and again, limited to 18 plus, but I might say 21 and plus, because you might probably need to drink a beer or something. So I just want to give y'all a heads up. And also, pleading the First Amendment, which considered freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of press and media, recording. I am recording, I'm documenting. I might be naming some person, a specific person, or a place, or an event, like proper specific nouns, location. So just giving a heads up, I'm exercising freedom of speech and expression. I might name out a person or something. And again, it's all protected under the freedom of speech. First Amendment, freedom of speech, religion, freedom to protest and assembly, freedom of press and media. And of course, exercising fair use to the best of my abilities for critique, education purposes, news, reporting, and parody. So with that being said, Time to get on to the point here. So good day, everyone, at this hour. And thank you all for being here. My name is General Sunbeam or Sunbeam 007. And I want to take a moment to welcome you all to this live stream. Well, I'm not live streaming. I'm recording this on my mobile phone, just to be transparent. So I'm recording this on my phone, and I apologize for poor quality, or if you can't hear me well enough. Well, it is best. This is as best as it can get. I don't have the money for a full Hollywood style proper recording. I don't have a big camera. I don't have a tall tripod or 6 foot tall tripod. But I might put my Cash App up there, and I do appreciate donation, tips. Again, I'm trying to grow to be a successful, prosperous content creator. YouTuber, Rumble, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, a full content creator influencer. And I doubt I'll ever hit that monetization requirement. I doubt I'll get 1,000, 2,000 subscriber or followers, or even on DeviantArt, 1,000, 2,000 watchers. I've been there for decades, and I am not getting any viral gains of followers or subscribers or watchers. Despite that, I've been consistent, making content production, producing content like this, uploading it on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all these social media, you name it, trying to get there. It is so competitive, and I really hate that. So it's easy to hit that follow button, easy to hit the watch button on DeviantArt, on Facebook or any other where there's a follow button. It's easy said and done to hit that follow button. So hit it, and help me grow. I would really appreciate it, but I want to be fair. If you like my content, follow me, subscribe. If you genuinely do enjoy my content, I'm just leaving it at that. But I'm just making a stressful point that is competitive, and feels like a presidential campaign. On why should I follow you? Why should I subscribe to your channel? It's not that good. It's boring. It doesn't help me succeed or anything. It's not useful. It's just entertainment, and it's just, as it is, not very useful. So I don't know what more I can say to that, but it is what it is. So anyway, back to the point. So my name is General Sunbeam, and again, I've been producing a lot of content. I'm a content creator, cosplayer. I used to be a gamer. I watch anime and all that. I go to conventions. So you've seen me somewhere. And I'm just trying to survive, put food on the table, live life to the fullest, as I said earlier. Trying to follow the American dream just like other people out there. Every parents, grandparents, you, me, this person, that person, trying to work a typical 9 to 5, trying to make money, take care of families and all that. So, welcome to this content. Welcome to my world. I appreciate the views, and I appreciate those that care to watch, hearing me out from start to finish. This space is where I share real life experiences, observation, and reflections, whether that's updates from my personal journey, moments from my daily life, and excruciating details, unedited and as it is. No special effect, no cutting out some parts. I am just being honest, open, and transparent about my personal daily life. So I apologize if it feels too personal or something, but again, it's optional. You're not obligated to watch this content, but I do appreciate it. I appreciate those that cared or wondering about me, how I'm doing. Is why I share all this, and I've created this content for that purposes. Just to stay posted, updated, and sharing news. And I apologize if it's considered politics, if you're insensitive to news and politics and all that. I apologize, but again, viewer discretion is advised. So, updates from a personal journey, moments from my daily life, or discussions about impactful events and public figures that have shaped culture and society. As many of you know or care to know, I've recently been transitioning into a new chapter in life, settling into a new home along with my wife, adjusting to a new environment and documenting that process along the way. It has been a period of change, reflection, and growth. Moments like these naturally lead me to think not only about personal progress, but also about the individuals who have influenced us over time, people whose presence, discipline, and legacy have left a lasting mark across generations. And with that, I want to shift into the main focus of today's discussion. Today, we are taking time to reflect on the life, legacy, and recent passing of one of the most recognized figures in martial arts and entertainment history, or pop and fan pop culture, Chuck Norris. Recent verified updates from multiple major news outlets continue to confirm that Chuck Norris, born Carlos Ray Norris, passed away on March 19, 2026 in Kauai, Hawaii at the age of 86, following what has been consistently been described as a sudden medical emergency. According to the most recent reporting, Norris had been hospitalized shortly before his passing while staying at his Hawaii property, and the situation developed rapidly. His family confirmed his death the following day through an official statement, emphasizing that he passed peacefully, surrounded by loved ones, and respectfully chose to keep the exact medical cause private. Despite ongoing public curiosity, all verified sources, including Reuters, AP News, or Associated Press News, and other major outlets, remain consistent in one key point. The specific cause of death has not been publicly disclosed, and there is no confirmed evidence beyond a sudden medical event. What makes this moment especially impactful is the timing. Just days before his passing, on March 10th, 2026, Chuck Norris celebrated his 86th birthday and shared a video of himself actively training and sparring, reflecting strength and vitality. This contrast between visible health and sudden hospitalization has been widely noted across reports and is part of why the news has felt so unexpected to many people. In response, tributes have continued to come in from across the world, including actors, martial artists, WWE, wrestling, other sports, fans from conventions, Comic-Cons, any conventions, events, those that grew up watching from any of his movies or shows from the early 2000s, and public figures, all describing him as a legend, an inspiration, and a symbol of discipline and strength. His legacy is consistently being defined not just by his roles in Walker, Texas Ranger, The Delta Force, and Missing in Action, and many other movies that star him or played a cameo role in other related movies or shows or even appearances, but also by his influence on martial arts culture, youth mentorships, and personal discipline, such as, it did premiere as an antagonist in The Way of the Dragon with Bruce Lee. I'm pretty sure you'll recognize that Kung Fu martial art movies, him with Bruce Lee. On a personal level, this news affected me more than I expected. I woke up and saw on Fox News, and I was streaming, currently doing the 24/7, just being myself, just ASMR style live streaming news, Fox News, CNN, other major news source, ABC, NBC, and then it shows breaking news. Chuck Norris has passed away. It was caught on my Rumble channel under General Sunbeam. You can check me out on the Rumble, and I did promote my Rumble. I'm filming my content on YouTube, share it on Facebook, it might populate it on the Google search, Bing search on the internet. General Sunbeam on Rumble. I do appreciate the follows and support, share, repost. So thank you for the growth and helping me reach 100 plus, and help me be a successful content creator influencer. So on a personal level, this news affected me more than I expected it. I had the opportunity to see Chuck Norris in person one time at Bell County Comic Con in 2023 in Belton, Texas. It was held, that convention or that Comic Con event was held at the Candace Bank Convention Center near the La Quinta Hotel, I think near the hotel in Belton, Texas. If you search out Bell County Comic Con in 2023, you'll see on the internet, on Google search or whatever search engine on the internet, you'll see that it is a fact, a concrete fact, that they invited Chuck Norris and he did show up for 2 days on August 5th and 6th at that time in 2023 at the Bell County Comic Con at the Candace Bank Convention Center in Belton, Texas. He did show up. I took a picture, I snapped a few images of him. So let me repeat again. So at one time, I luckily got to see Chuck Norris in person one time at Bell County Comic Con in 2023 in Belton, Texas. I attended that event primarily to meet Bryce Papenbrook, the English voice actor of Kirito from Sword Art Online, SAO. Yeah, again, I attended that event for the purpose to primarily meet Bryce Papenbrook, the English voice actor of Kirito from Sword Art Online, Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan, Seven Deadly Sin, I forgot the character's name, and few other animation that he played a role in. But I was there to meet him. But while I was there, Chuck Norris was also present right next to him on the right-hand side from Bryce Papenbrook as a featured guest at Bell County Comic Con in Belton, Texas. I will try to post that few images because I snuck a few photos of him at Bell County Comic Con, but I didn't formally get in line because the line was so long and lengthy. It would take almost a whole day. By the time I get there, it would probably close down or something because the Bell County, the schedule for the event, the convention is short from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It felt like 4-hour or 5-hour duration, and it's very competitive. Chuck Norris was a rare gem. He was that famous. And I don't think he shows up or make a lot of public appearance at various conventions. I mean, I may be wrong, but he is a very private, he felt like a more of a reserved and a private figure, in my opinion, just based on my own research. But I'm lucky enough to see him in 2023 at the Bell County Comic Con in Belton, Texas. So again, I will try to post images somewhere when I edit this, to show proof that I was there, that I took a picture of him, and it was right next to Bryce Papenbrook. So again, I attended that event to primarily meet Bryce Papenbrook, but while I was there, Chuck Norris was also present as a featured guest. At that time, I was even cosplaying inspired by Walker, Texas Ranger. I was cosplaying as my inspired version of Walker, Texas Ranger, wearing a black cowboy hat. I think I have a cosplay image of me there, so I'll try to post that there as well. If I can, somewhere on my Facebook, I have the images on there, and I'll try to post it as a reference here too. So I was cosplaying inspired by Walker, Texas Ranger, which is directly connected to his legacy and impact. I didn't stand in line for an autograph though, and I didn't take a formal photo with him because I saw him there in person. And again, the line is very long, and many people cheered, yay, when Chuck Norris showed up, along with his son, Dakota Norris. And they were there. And the line was so long and so competitive. There was even a police officer there as a bodyguard. So I didn't formally stand in line for an autograph, and I didn't take a formal photo nor get an autograph with him. But I saw him there in person, from the bleachers, from the side. But I saw him there in person. I'm sure other people who are lucky enough to able to get an autograph, took a picture with him, they will share their tribute when they talk about Bell County Comic Con 2023. You can search it up. I'm sure people will make a tribute talking about Bell County Comic Con, and they'll create their own independent content on YouTube or Rumble, sharing that they are lucky enough to meet Chuck Norris, and they'll thank him and say thank you for being there, thank you for showing up at Bell County Comic Con. Even Bell County Comic Con themselves will offer a tribute and say thank you for showing up and thank you for delivering to the fans, to those that care to meet him and all that. So I know, but yeah, I think he charged, or the convention charged, over almost $110, and he was that pricey. really is expensive just to get an autograph or meet him. I mean, it'll add up so much. But I doubt anybody would help me recoup back that money if I actually get in line for him and willing to spend that money just to get a picture of him, an autograph, or a quote, a video quote. I mean, I sort of regret now that, well, Chuck Norris has formally passed away at the age of 86. A few days ago, according to at the time of this content production, at the time of this content making. I was present in that environment, me, my wife, and a friend, back in 2023. Observing from a distance, capturing moments from the bleachers, from the side, fairly from a distance. And just taking in the experience of being in the same space as someone I recognize as a public figure. Looking back now, that moment carries a completely different meaning. When I heard the news of his passing, I was stunned, I was shocked. It felt sudden and unexpected, especially knowing that he had recently been active and in good spirits. My heart sank and I felt a sense of loss, not just as news, but as the passing of someone who represented something larger. Chuck Norris wasn't just an actor. He was part of a generation of figures who shaped martial arts, action films, and cultural identity alongside other legends like Bruce Lee. And now reflecting on that one moment where I saw him in person, even from a distance, it becomes something meaningful, something real. I still have those memories. I still have those photos saved. And again, if I can remember, try to share those reference on this content video here, I will share it as proof. I still have those memories. I still have those photos saved somewhere on my Facebook. And I will be sharing those later as part of my own personal tribute. Well, here on this video content. And I don't know when I'll upload this on YouTube, Rumble, or Facebook, or whatever social media of the internet. But it will get posted there to all to see in the general public of the internet. And I'll be sharing those later as part of my own personal tribute and reflection. Chuck Norris lived a life defined by discipline, resilience, and impact across generations. From his early struggles to his rise in martial arts and film, and even into his later years, he remained a symbol of strength and consistency. He didn't give up. He kept trying. He improved. He's just an ordinary human being, just like you and I. So, rest in peace, Chuck Norris, or rest in powers, Chuck Norris. And respect to all the legends who came before and alongside him, including Bruce Lee. Chuck Norris, family, background, and early life, and rise to success. So just to recap all about this, so to talk about his family circle. So again, I apologize if this kind of feels personal. And again, just viewer discretion is advised if it's considered politics and sensitive. Again, I'm exercising the First Amendment, freedom of speech, expression, press, media, recordings, and exercising fair use for the purpose of news reporting, education purposes, spreading awareness, critiques, education purposes, and parody, and all that. So family background, before Chuck Norris became famous. So Chuck Norris was born Carlos Ray Norris on March 10, 1940 in Ryan, Oklahoma. His early life was not easy. His father, Ray Norris, struggled with alcoholism. So he's an alcoholic and was often absent from the family. Because of this, his mother, Wilma Norris Knight, had to raise Chuck and his brothers mostly on her own. That's very sad, very depressing. The family lived in poverty, moving frequently and struggling financially. This environment shaped Chuck Norris in two important ways. Number one, he grew up quiet, shy, introverted, just like me. I'm introverted, shy, and quiet, and not confident. So I'm just like Chuck Norris when he growing up. He developed a strong desire for discipline and structure later in life. Well, I could sort of relate on that for both 1 and 2, but I'm just being me myself. I'm not Chuck Norris. Number two, grandparents and family line. There is limited publicly documented detail about his grandparents compared to his immediate family circle, which is common for many public figures. However, what is understood, his family background was working class American, not wealthy nor influential. There is no record of inherited wealth or fame. His success was self-built, not passed down. So I gotta give credit to Chuck Norris for self-built and working his way up, climbing the ladder to prosperity and success. And I really wish I could be like him, trying to climb that ladder to success as a successful cosplayer, a cosplay model, being a cosplay guest, hoping to do a brand ambassador in cosplay, hoping to be a male model and all that. I'm hoping to be a successful and influential content creator, influencer of various social media. And it's so hard and competitive as of now, trying to get 1,000 subscribers or followers, watchers, just for being me, myself, just based on what I can do here. So this is important. This is important. Chuck Norris did not become from money nor privilege. Everything he became was earned over time. Number 3, teenage years and turning point, Air Force. At age 18, typical United States, where at the age of 18 you become the age of majority, that's when you consider them an adult. Chuck Norris joined the United States Air Force. He was stationed in South Korea, and this is where his life changed. While in Korea, he discovered martial arts, specifically Tang Soo Do. He began training seriously and consistently. This was the first time in his life where he found purpose, confident, discipline. From unknown to champion 1960s. Number 4, after leaving the Air Force, he continued training in martial arts. He competed in tournaments. He became a world champion in karate. By the mid-1960s, he was one of the top martial artists in the world. He opened karate schools. He began teaching celebrities, including Steve McQueen. This is important. Steve McQueen helped introduce Chuck Norris to Hollywood connection. And I wish I could get someone who can connect me to something like that, but like Crunchyroll, Netflix, helping to produce my own anime, like Monty Ohm's Ruby. I keep stressing this so many times on social media, and I know I said this multiple times on my previous content on YouTube, Rumble, Instagram. I say this numerous times on multiple social media. I want to be like Monty Ohm, successful in producing my own anime. Supremacy, clash between heroes and villains on my Wattpad original stories, on my Wattpad Sunbeam 007 or General Sunbeam. I know I have the link on my previous YouTube. It's on there on the description. www.wattpad.com/sunbeam007. And every time I check on my Wattpad, I'm stuck at 10 followers. 10 followers. I used to have 21 or 27, but it dramatically went down to 7. Then it went up to 10 or 12, and then it was people, bunch of false scammers and spammers, bots, trying to say things, trying to solicitate. Oh, I'm an artist. Please subscribe and help you, or something like that. I'm an artist, and they say these things and they pretend to care, but then their account got deleted for spam and botting and soliciting art services. Now I'm stuck at 10 followers on my Wattpad, but trying to get to the point. But Steve McQueen helped introduce Chuck Norris to Hollywood connections, and I wish I can get some connections like that. Sponsorship. I'm hoping to be promoted in such a similar sense. But, I personally doubt that. 5, break into fame, 1970s. Chuck Norris became widely known after working with Bruce Lee. Again, another connection with the famous Bruce Lee, Hong Kong star. He appeared in the film, as you might know this famously, The Way of the Dragon in 1972. Bruce Lee, who directed that movie and produced that movie, The Way of the Dragon. Their fight scene became one of the most famous martial arts scene in history. After Bruce Lee passed away in 1973 from a brain, called some edema or something. He passed away at an early age in 1973. Fortunately, Chuck Norris continued building his own career. He became one of the leading martial arts actors in America. And number 6, becoming wealthy and famous, 1980s, 1990s. Chuck Norris moved into major action films such as Missing in Action, The Delta Force. Then his biggest mainstream success, as I grew up watching this when I first saw the show, the intro opening, the Western show called Walker, Texas Ranger, combining martial arts with the roundhouse kick with Texas police justice in a Western cowboy fashion, the Wild West style. This show ran for 8 seasons, made him a household name, generated steady income and long-term wealth. Oh my gosh. Now I wish I could do something like that on YouTube and Rumble, but I doubt I'll be that famous or go viral. I mean, I don't have a lot of big views on some of my YouTube channel, nor on Rumble or on Facebook. It is what it is. Number 7, building wealth beyond acting. Chuck Norris did not rely only on acting. He expanded into martial arts schools, his own system, Chung Kuk Do, business ventures, fitness and supplement branding, including later life health products. And I want to add that he also was an ambassador, a gym ambassador. I saw him in a lot of late night gym where he was promoting gym like fitness and wellness. Like he was exercising, lifting weights. I remember when I was young in the early 2000s, I saw him in late night advertisement programs that has to do with gym and fitness. Him running, him lifting weights or something. All that. He was an advocate in fitness and gymnastic stuff. Moving on. He also created Kickstart Kids program, helping at-risk youth through martial arts. This shows he turned fame into long-term financial stability and influence. And don't mind me, I'm just scrolling along. I have these notes saved up, so I'm reading off these notes. Just being me. And number 8, internet fame. The famous, well-known that people are going to keep this relevant about Chuck Norris all day. Still relevant to this day, all these years. Chuck Norris fact. The Chuck Norris facts joke. 2000s. Around 2005, something unexpected happened. The internet created the Chuck Norris facts. These were exaggerated jokes like, for example, Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the earth down. There is no theory of evolution. Only a list of creatures Chuck Norris allows to live. Or one I like is the boogeyman checks under the bed for Chuck Norris. Or the boogeyman checks the closet for Chuck Norris. Yeah, I've been reading that and I've been hearing all these Chuck Norris content, about the Chuck Norris fact, and people continue to make new and fresh Chuck Norris facts, jokes. In 2026, something like, I don't know, I'm not good at creating my own Chuck Norris jokes. So yeah, that's few examples there. Important details. Chuck Norris embraced the jokes. He even wrote books and referenced them publicly. This gave him a second wave of fame, relevance to younger generations. Number 9, later life, age 60, 80. So age 60 to 80s. Even into older age, he remained physically active, continued training and exercising, appeared in interviews, ads, and short videos, like on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I remember I saw him doing the punches when at his old age. He has gray hair, beard. He looked like he's in his late 40s or 48 years old and all that. He continues punching. I saw him training with his son in one of those shorts on YouTube. That was like 2 years ago when he was like around 83 or 84 years old. But he continued training and exercising, appeared in interviews, ads, and short videos. He also promoted health-related products, including gut health supplements, stayed visible on social media platforms. This created the image of a man who aged but never slowed down. Number 10, final phase of life, leading up to age 86. He still appeared strong and active, posting training content, engaged with fans. Let me slow down a bit. Leading up to age 86, the final phase of his life, he still appeared strong and active, posted training content, engaged with fans. Then suddenly, he experienced a medical emergency. Excuse me. Sorry. Was hospitalized in Kauai, Hawaii, passed away peacefully, surrounded by family. So to summarize this, so here is the core idea in very simple terms. Chuck Norris was born poor. He had a difficult childhood. He joined the military. He discovered martial arts. He became a world champion. He entered Hollywood. He became famous and wealthy. He stayed active into old age. He built a lasting legacy across generations. Chuck Norris did not start with fame nor wealth. He built everything step by step through discipline, consistency, and effort. From a difficult childhood to global recognition, his life represents a complete transformation through perseverance. And that's very much it. And I salute to Chuck Norris. And again, I met him in Bell County Comic-Con in 2023 on August 5th and 6th for 2 days at the Candace Bank Convention Center near the hotel, I think the La Quinta Hotel. I mean, me, my wife, and my friend, and another friend, been there in 2023. And we were going to actually 3 conventions, which was Bell County Comic-Con, I think that was first, ColossalCon the second, and Windbloom Festival, all in Texas, USA, on the mainland. So I luckily informally get to meet him, but not in person and not formally, get in a long line and then say hi and say, hey, can I get an autograph and a photo? Like he charged a lot just to meet him, and it was a long line. It was very competitive, and I doubt by the time I get to him, they will close down, and it's impossible. But those for all the fans and attendees that attended Bell County Comic Con, and luckily enough got to meet him in person up front, I'm sure they're going to share the tribute and say thank you for our memories. Thank you for everything, Chuck Norris. Rest in peace. And my condolences to the families of the Norris families and all that. Even Bell County Comic Con would issue their condolences and their tribute, posting all positive images of Chuck Norris and saying thank you for appearing and all that. And I know it for sure. I just haven't checked on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or any other social media of Bell County Comic Con, the BCC, posting tributes of Chuck Norris. But I am certain they will do that as well as any other fans. They will all share their tributes under the comments on various social medias, and they're producing their own comments, like what I'm doing here on YouTube, Rumble, even live streaming on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or whatever social medias out there. Sharing their tributes and their condolences to the Norris family, to Chuck Norris. And of course, that people are going to joke about that Chuck Norris fact, keeping relevant, a big, long book of the Chuck Norris fact jokes. I'm pretty sure will never get old. But yeah, once again, I want to wrap this up that I grew up in the early 2000s, and the first thing I saw on, I don't know which channel, but I saw the Walker Texas Ranger, and that's when I knew Chuck Norris. I mean, I don't personally know him. I really wish I could be friends with him and shake his hand and get a good picture formally, but I am lucky enough to see him at Bell County Comic Con in 2023. And that's the memo. So if you made it to the end here, thank you for hearing me out, watching this video content from start to finish, and hearing me out, speaking what I have to say in tribute to Chuck Norris. And rest in peace, rest in powers, Chuck Norris. You will be missed. Your legacy will continue. And rest in peace, Bruce Lee, and to all those from 2025 beyond, before that, 2024, 2023, and even in the early 2026, for all the public figure and celebrity figures that have passed on, rest in peace. And my condolences to all the families. Life is a cruel world, and this really shows that no matter how healthy you are, they do say age is just a number, and it's all about time and how much you try to stay healthy. But it's all about time. Something do come up and all that. But age is definitely a number, and it doesn't matter how healthy you look or appear. It really proves that you are a mortal human being. And once again, that's the memo. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and follow me on Facebook. I'm Soltaire Cosplay. I'm a cosplayer, Soltaire Cosplay. And on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, General Sunbeam, one word. Rumble, General Sunbeam. YouTube, subscribe, General Sunbeam. Appreciate hoping to be a successful content creator, and I hope to climb that same ladder as Chuck Norris and to live that American dream. I want to be a father figure, a grandfather, hoping to make that much money so I don't have to work a typical 9 to 5. I don't want to work at any offices where I have to come in. I don't want to work under an employer. I want to be my own employer. I want to continue producing content and live a true free life. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Peace. And trying to do that little Chuck Norris course.